Assalamu alaikum. Hope you are doing well. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon.
So in this video we are going to see Power Query problem. So this is source data and this is my expected output. So if you look carefully, then first one is name, second one is age, and then third one is actually gender, and it's repeat in the similar fashion. So we want to convert this flat table, long table, into like this wider table. And we want to do this in Power Query, and we'll make this little bit flexible after we complete this one. So we need to go into this data from table or range. So we need to group this data, right? So we need to separate that names, then age, and then gender. So for that I can use index column. So it gives me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So if you see carefully, then after 3 row it's repeat itself, right? Like the data is repeating. So we can add custom column, and then we can add number.mod, and then we can use this index, and it's repeat after 3, so we can put 3. So we just need to get the remainder for this 3. So now you can see this is repeated 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. So this 0 is basically representing all the names, 1 is representing all the age, and 2 is representing gender. Now we can just remove this one, we can just group it for each of these sections. So don't aggregate, sorry, all rows, and then this is what you get. So this is 0, so it should represent all the name, 1 should represent all the age, and this one should represent all the gender, all the person's gender. So now we need to do something in this section, that we need to add an index column in this section. Okay? So like it's representing all 0, it's being all 1, it's all 2. So what we want to do, we want to add an index column in each of these tables. So for that we can do 2 steps, like custom column and then table dot add index column, and we can choose this count. Start will be new column name will be like serial number, and then this is start with 1 and increment 1, and we get this one 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is for first person, this is for second, this is for third one. Similarly, this is for first one, second one, and third one. So that's why we want to add this index column. We don't need this column, so we'll remove this one. We'll expand this one. We don't need this custom because it's already in this section. We don't need this use original, so we'll expand this table. Now we have in this fashion. Now you can see this 1 is basically representing Ram, this one is age, and this one is male number, gender. So we wants to pivot this column. Now about this pivot column, and this is a good example. So we need to have attribute. So this attribute will become a column header, and there will be values. So this will be in this section, and there is another one in this purple color, so that will be in this section. So now if I choose this, this will be columns. So I can just say pivot column, and value column will be this names or age or male or female. And then we will go into this advanced option, we'll choose don't aggregate, and then we'll click on this one. Now you can see the serial numbers. Okay, so if you check in this previous steps, this is 1, and there is 1, there is another 1, so it should be unique. So like it should be in incremental order, like 1, all of this 1 will come into one single row, all of these 2s will come into another rows, and so on. So this is basically representing that, okay, so this one is representing, this is serial number 1 and this is column header 0, and find intersecting value of these two. So if I go into this section, so this is 1 and this is 0, so find intersecting value is this one. Let's pick any one of them. So like this is serial 3 and this is column 1, so find this value. So if I go into this, so 3 1 14, as you can see in this section. Okay. So we need to have this serial number common. So that's it. So we don't need this serial number anymore. If we want, then we can remove this one, or we can keep this one. So this is in serial 1, so we can just remove this one. So this is ball, and let's change this long to flat table, and we can just dump this into sheet. Now let's move on and let's try to test this one with some other data. So let's say so let's say this is country, so this is like Bangladesh, it's table Bravo, so like USA, and let's say this is Canada. Now this will not come in this section as easily, like you can see around Bangladesh male and foreign, so this is different and this is not expected. So we need to fix in this section. So instead of 3 we need to just pass 4 and it should work. Now you can see this, get all of this data correctly. So this is dynamic, that we can just change this number, it will get the data correctly. Now what if we want to add the column headers? So for that, let's say I do have one group rows. So let's say I want to add column header. So what I can do, I can just say table dot transform column, so that is this one, and then this one will be transformation operation. Transformation will be on this custom column, and then transformation is that there will be column header list, so like name as, and then there will be another one, name as, and then gender, and then country, and this will be the value of this custom. So we need to put each before this one. So this is for this one. Now you can see that this is converted into similar column headers, so like name as, gender, and country. So this is basically I'm saying that put that 0 and convert that 0 to this, and get that one and pick this one, and so on. So if I go at the last, now you can see I do have all of these column headers, right? So this is a little bit more expressive. Now we want to convert this into a function, so we'll get rid of this, make a duplicate. So there will be 3 data or 3 things, so like source table as table, so that is the input table, and then will be column list as list. So this 2 will be enough, as table. Okay, now what we wants to do that instead of 4 I wants to count this column list. So we could take one more argument, but this is okay. List dot count, list dot count is this one, and we can just pass this list. So this will pick dynamically, and we need to change in this section, not in this section, where is that, this one. So that will be column list. So this is okay, and this is okay. So we don't need this source step. So source step will be replaced with source table. So source table, it is this one. I guess we are good to go. So you can just prefix this one with fx. Now let's see if we can get this into working. So I'll duplicate this one, source data. After that I'll delete all of this, delete until end. Now I am going to invoke that function. So fx long tables to flat table, and this is source data, and the list will be name is gender, and then this is going to be, the last one is country. So that is this. Oh, that's good, and I get this output. So this is going to be used correctly, and I guess this is all. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.